Hey everyone, this is Shannon Lynch, and I'm going to go over the fundamentals of cloud computing. In this presentation, I'm going to go over what cloud computing is, basic capabilities, the advantages and disadvantages of cloud computing, cloud economics, SWOT analysis, and an overall conclusion. And hopefully at the end, you'll have a better understanding of what it is to migrate to the cloud. So what is cloud computing? Cloud computing is a delivery of computing services such as servers, storage, software, and network over the internet. There's three types. You have infrastructure as a service, which is virtualized computing resources like servers and storage over the internet. Platform as a service, which is virtualized platform for developers to build, deploy, and manage applications. And software as a service. Those applications are delivered over the internet, allowing users to access from anywhere and from any device. So in short, when you are migrating to the cloud, you only manage and monitor for what you need. So what does that mean? On-premise, you're managing the application, the data, runtime, middleware, operation systems, the virtualization, servers, storage, and network. So you have the total cost of ownership. But when you utilize cloud services, those service providers are responsible for different pieces. With infrastructure, you're managing the apps while they manage the data centers. Platform as a service, create and manage the service, you manage the app. And with software as a service, they manage the whole thing. The basic capabilities of cloud computing is your on-demand self-service. So with a click of the button, you can provision computing resources without human intervention. You could go to Microsoft, Amazon, Google, type in the requirements, and spin up some servers that you need right with a click of a button. Broad network access is accessible from any device, anywhere with an internet connection, which means businesses are not beholden to the geographic areas that they locate and have the ability to scale and reach more audiences. And anyone with access to a device or mobile device can function on these capabilities. Resource pooling is dynamically assigning and reassigning computing resources to meet data demands. So it's the ability to pick up resources after a project's left and put it into a different project. And then you have rapid elasticity. It's the ability to quickly turn up or down services in those changes of demand. So if you have a high amount of users that have a large amount of bandwidth that create a large amount of data, you can scale up to hit that demand, and if that drops, you can scale down. And measured services. It gives you the ability to monitor resource usage to help with business strategy and operations. Big data is important, but if you know what to do with it, it can fundamentally change your business. And of course, there's always going to be advantages and disadvantages with cloud computing. Let's go over the advantages first. You have your scalability. It's cost effective. It's flexible. With disaster recovery, since the service provider manages the data, if anything goes down, you have your information and it's safe. Collaboration, the rise of Teams and Zoom was huge during the pandemic. And you'll notice that security is under both, but that's because under an advantage, service providers have an incentive to invest in the latest technology to make sure they have best of class and best in breed security with what they offer to their customers. Disadvantages to cloud computing is the internet dependency. The more you need the internet to do your job, anytime the internet goes down, it can cost businesses hundreds upon thousands of dollars a minute. Limited control. Your infrastructure is no longer in your environment, which makes it tricky for IT managers and departments to troubleshoot and find issues. Downtime. Correlates to internet dependency. If you go down, you're down. Compliance issues that can run into whether or not your business can actually support the service provider that you want to choose for your business. And with security, even though the service provider could have best of breed, the transit of data is where the disadvantage for cloud computing can be, because that is where data is most vulnerable for cyber threats to increase. And what's the biggest difference with cloud computing when it comes on a cost model? It's because it shifts from a capital expense to an operational expense. When you shift to an operational expense, you do see cost savings. 31% of Amazon Web Service customers see an average of 31% of savings when they migrate to the cloud. And it's become a business necessity because businesses have seen that many of the devices that log onto the network are mobile devices, which are better suited for cloud connectivity. And 80% of IT professionals say that they are saving money, seeing increased employee productivity and better security by using cloud products and services. This is just a quick recap of a SWOT analysis for the cloud. You have your strengths, which we've reviewed with advantages and benefits. Your weaknesses, which has been a little bit covered when we talked about disadvantages, where you have security, dependency on the internet. That connectivity is dependent on whether it's up or down. Integration can be challenging if you're using very old legacy systems, and it's limited customization. With opportunities, it gives you the advantage to leverage new tools like edge computing, automation, AI, supply chain management. You're able to compete on a global market. You can scale. You can use big data as you need to, and you do save money. The security threats are in the transit, which is always going to be an issue unless you invest in DDoS services. You can be locked into a vendor, which can be troublesome because the area is not in your control.